What's your best fire me, I freaking dare you moment from work? I'd been at this small marketing agency for 3 years when they hired Jessica as our new creative director. I'd built a solid reputation with clients, won 2 industry awards, and was expecting the promotion myself. Instead, they brought in Jessica from a competing agency. Day 1, she pulled me aside during a client presentation draft. "Your portfolio doesn't really impress me," she said, flipping through my work dismissively. "These concepts are safe. We need innovation, not mediocrity. I'll be watching your work closely." From that moment, nothing I created was good enough. My color choices were amateur, my typography was dated, and my concepts were uninspired, despite clients consistently praising my work. In team meetings, she'd pick apart my presentations in front of everyone, then suggest minor tweaks as improvements that changed almost nothing. The most infuriating part was when clients loved my campaigns, Jessica would smile and say, "Alex has really improved with proper guidance." Then in company-wide emails, she'd take credit for elevating our creative direction, using my exact designs as examples. I tried to stay professional. I documented everything, requested feedback in writing, and asked for a private meeting to clear the air. Her response? "If you can't handle constructive criticism, maybe corporate marketing isn't for you." Meanwhile, she was slowly replacing team members with her friends from her old agency. 3 solid designers were pushed out within 4 months, replaced by Jessica's former colleagues who had half the experience but twice the attitude. The final straw came during our pitch to our biggest client, representing 40% of the agency's revenue. They'd been with us for years, and I'd personally designed their last 2 campaigns. Their CEO specifically mentioned how much they loved my work. I spent 2 weeks developing a bold new concept for their product launch. The morning of the presentation, Jessica reviewed my work, nodded, and said, "This is adequate. We'll present it as option B." When we arrived at the company's headquarters, Jessica introduced her friend Megan, hired just 2 weeks prior, and announced that Megan would be presenting our exciting new direction for the company. I watched in shock as Megan unveiled a campaign that was basically a watered-down version of concepts I'd proposed months ago that Jessica had rejected. The company's team looked confused. Their marketing director, Sophia, interrupted. "This is interesting, but we were hoping to see Alex's work. We really connected with their vision for our brand." Jessica smiled tightly. "We value Alex's contribution, but as creative director, I've determined this direction better aligns with your market position." I sat there, humiliated, as Jessica continued undermining years of my client relationship. After the meeting, Sophia caught me in the hallway and asked what was going on. That night, I received an email from Sophia. They had been exploring bringing their creative work in-house, and they'd seen my personal portfolio website. "Your individual work shows exactly the vision we want. We'd like to discuss hiring you directly as our creative director. The starting salary would be triple what you're making now, plus benefits and equity." The next morning, Jessica cornered me about a minor deadline I'd supposedly missed. "This pattern of mediocrity needs to stop, Alex. If you can't meet our standards, we'll need to seriously discuss your future here." I couldn't help but smile. "Actually, Jessica, I think now is the perfect time to discuss my future." I pulled out my resignation letter alongside a printed copy of the other company's offer. They specifically asked for me, not the agency, just me. Her face drained of color as she read. "You can't take our biggest client. That's stealing." "No, Jessica. They found my personal portfolio and approached me independently. I've checked with a lawyer. It's completely above board since my contract doesn't have a non-compete clause." She started to panic. "Fine. What do you want? A raise? Your own team?" "Nothing. I start Monday as their new creative director." "Oh, and they've asked me to build my own creative department from scratch. Guess who I won't be calling for recommendations?" I walked out as she frantically called our CEO. By afternoon, 3 other designers had quietly asked me for my contact details. 2 weeks later, they officially informed the agency they were bringing their creative work in-house. The agency lost 40% of its revenue overnight. A month after that, Jessica was let go due to restructuring. I still see her LinkedIn updates. She's gone through 3 jobs in the past year, each at a smaller agency than the last. Meanwhile, my team just won a national advertising